This is The Scene
on BBC Radio London with Aurie Styla.
This is The Scene.
I got my guests back in the building. Oh, sorry, my name's Aurie Styla first, and my guests are back in the building with me. This is The Scene, BBC Radio London. In here with me are my guests for the show. I've got Jay, I've got Sam, and I've got Miracle. How you lot doing? You lot good?
Yeah. I've got something to say, but I'll wait.
They've all got mad energy, you know. Jay, what is it you would like to say?
Okay, so check this out. We were just now talking about how long Aurie's been in the game, right?
Long.
And I was like, bro, you're an icon out here. And he
Legend.
said, nah. So let me tell you real quick. I can't remember where I was. I think I was in Scotland or something, bro.
Yeah.
And we were on stage and we was doing like, I told the DJ, we'll play some old school garage thing. Da, 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 da. Bro, I saw two people in the crowd doing your thing from your stand-up, bro.
I feel
your
like
thing. And I was like, what do you know about that? And the guy came up to me, do you know about Aurie Styla? I was like,
Wow.
bro.
Wow.
Listen, I expect people that I know to know you because I talk about you a lot and then we know each other from a circuit, whatever.
Yeah.
But when I know I don't know this person, I know 100% this guy in the audience, I don't know this person, and they're out here. You know what I'm about to do? You know what it is, isn't it?
The same sniper.
Bro, listen. When you've got a thing that people connect with you for, and then they then branch out into the rest of your comedy. Bro, you're an icon out here, bro. People know you. You're not Aurie Styla. You're the Aurie Styla. That's it.
Gifted, bro.
You know what it is, yeah? You know what it is, yeah?
Is he blushing?
I'm going burgundy out here right now.
Any modesty, you know? Like, it's nice, but it's
Accept
like...
the roses, bruv. Accept the roses.
Yeah.
Do you know what it is? I love when a bunch of brothers just come up into a room and they're like, you know what? I love what you're doing. No, bruv, I love what you're doing. You know? No, but you see you, bruv. You're doing your thing now, but you see what you're doing.
I'm trying to get like you.
I love
Right?
that energy. That is positive.
But
It's nice.
to be
Strong and
fair-
humble, bro. You're strong
Right,
and you're
that's
humble.
it. But you know, I feel like it slows the conversation when someone tries to distract from that. Like if someone's going to praise you for your work and you've put in the work,
Yeah.
let's not distract the conversation by being like, nah.
it's you,
Just
bro.
be like, okay, I appreciate that. Thank you. And I will do more. That's what it should be. Yeah, I'm going to give you more of that.
So you know what? Compliment him. Let me see what he's going to
Thank
say.
you, bro.
Wait, hold on. Why are you not putting it
Bro,
on me? I'm
you're
supposed to be interviewing you.
a
lot.
Don icon comedian out here, bro.
Legend.
What say you,
9.5
sir?
years. This is where you say
Man
thank
said,
you, bro.
what say
Wait.
you?
This is where you say thank you, and then we move on.
Thank you.
All right, now we give back your show to you, bro.
There you go. Your show. Welcome, guys, to Aurie's show.
Yeah, I'm dead.
You got me all going burgundy in here. Right, I feel like I'm going to give someone my number now or something. I don't know. Like, wow.
The love is real, man.
All right, where's my sheets now? Because I've lost
lost his composure.
Back to the topics we were about to discuss. All right, so whilst I get into these topics, for anyone who's listening and wants to get involved as well, you can text in on 81333. Start your text with the word London, or you can tweet us at BBC Radio London, all one word. This topic is deep, and I'm going to go in with the deeper topics now because I feel like I want to give this the most time, especially because I've got three brothers here. All of you, I believe, from Africa, Nigeria and Ghana, if I'm right.
Yeah. Ghana, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay.
9 till I die.
I have no idea what you just said there.
What language is that, bro?
I had no idea what you just said. I have no idea what you just said. So,
Hey, what, is this coming from Mr. www?
No. By the way, guys, it's www.
wow.
W.
So, I love this because I don't have to stick it on no one today. You look at it to yourself. So, Miracle, you're from Nigeria, Igbo tribe.
Igbo.
Okay. Sam?
From Ghana.
Ghana.
Yep.
Fanti?
Not Chui.
Chui. Okay,
Yeah.
nice.
Understand Chui. I don't really speak it.
Okay, fair enough. And what about you, Jay?
Also from Ghana. I'm half Fanti, half Ashanti.
Okay, nice. So we got it's predominantly
spread.
Africa, but it's a nice spread of different
Where you
tribes,
from,
different
bro?
parts. Me? Oh, this Jamaica's probably the best place to say, really and truly. Just
Wait, hold on. So there's more of a story.
I was born here. I always
more,
tease my mum, right? I always tease my mum. I say she was born on the way here.
Is it true?
Well, this is the thing. I want to clarify. God rest her soul, my grandmother passed away, but she was carrying my mum on the way here. And I always say to my mum, Mum, was you really born in England? Was you born on the way here? And she's like, don't ask me them silly questions. I'm like, but I haven't actually got an answer from you right now.
We should call you.
I'm not
Let's
gonna-
call Miss Styla and see.
Nah, she'll clean say it was here, but I bet it was halfway past Germany or something. I don't know, man. I bet it was somewhere. Maybe just brushing past Hawaii or something. I don't know. Now I tease her like that all the time, but yeah, for me, my heritage would be Jamaican, yours would be Ghanaian, Nigerian, but all African or Caribbean rather, yeah. we have a topic called being shipped back. Right now, there's a documentary that has come out. It's by BBC, but it's also available to see on YouTube, and it's called "Shipped Back," where 2 children have been sent back to Nigeria. Well, I say sent back, but actually sent to Nigeria because they're born here. Sent to Nigeria, and they question their mother's decision on why they were sent back. Now, has anyone here, before we go into this, has anyone been posed with that question? Would you like to be sent back home?
Of course. This is what we can experience. We lived this.
Wow.
We lived this. We
You
lived
been?
this. Yeah.
Was you born here and then went to?
No, I was born in Nigeria.
Okay.
Moved here. Obviously, school, and I was a little bit too hyperactive.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's discipline.
So
isn't
the one
it?
time they took me to Nine for holiday.
You never came back.
It wasn't when they came back. It was like when it came to September time. I'm looking at everyone like, I know school starts September the 5th. It's September the 4th. What's really good? What's really good?
See, this is a deep topic because when you hear that, it sounds harsh, but this is a staple.
I had my little tactic. I was calling everyone's bluff. I was there like, all right, listen, it's me and you here in Nigeria, then it like, if you think I was bad there.
Oh, was you did?
Nah, I'm joking. Nah, I did sulk. I cried bare. Like, I'm not gonna front. I cried bare.
See, this is the thing. It's a deep topic. We can laugh it off because it's something I guess we're so used to, but there are many people that don't know that, especially those who are born here, raised in the UK, and their family is British, right? And born, raised in the UK, like down their ancestral line. For us, I've heard this many a time about being sent back home.
Right.
But for many, it's almost like, how can they send you away like that, away from the people that love you? But it's actually another form of love in its own way.
In its own way, but it's also listen.
I feel like it wasn't such a bad experience though. I don't think it was. I'm not gonna paint it negatively. Like I feel like it was justified.
Was it for discipline?
Yeah, it was justified.
Yeah.
But I don't really see going back home as a punishment.
No, of course.
Because I got people who love me there too.
Yeah.
But obviously it was a bit nuts. Because my friends knew that, all my cousins and that, they already knew. So they came to Nigeria with me and they've gone back.
Oh.
And they've changed all the Xbox Live names to Free Miri. they've told all my friends Miracle's not coming back. All my friends are texting
I
me.
said Free Miri.
Free Miri, not even my whole name. You think it's a joke? They still got the account, and I get upset every time we play Xbox. I get upset every time we play Xbox.
Wait a minute. You would sign in on Xbox Live.
I just see Free Miri.
It'd be a picture of, I don't know, like a character on Xbox behind a cage or something.
Green and white bars in the
Oh my goodness! Look, my earliest memory growing up was my older brother. I don't think I met him till I was 6 or 7 because he'd been sent to Ghana.
He got sent.
He got sent from early, and he went to a private school. I think it's called Ashmota, and it was extremely. You know about that? Yeah. And it was extremely. I guess it was sort of like serious. The first time I met my brother, I just got told after I don't know, about 5 or 6, you're going to go to Ghana. You're going to go. So I went. Maybe 2 years I went there, and all I'm going to say is the level of discipline made you understand that you need to respect your elders. You're going to learn to wash everything yourself when you're 6 years old, your pants and all of that. But it was good discipline in one respect because it made you really study your books, as they say. So in theory, when they say stuff like African or Afro-Caribbean children in the UK, there's a percentage that I think they normally say in the UK, black girls are, there's a percentage that are more advanced. Maybe it could be. It could be an element of that where from young they were sent back. They had to endure a next level of discipline, which would make you clearly try and study more. Maybe. Yeah, I think there's a little bit of truth to that. Maybe.
But what about now though? I mean, have you got any kids, Sam?
Yeah, I've got kids now.
Okay, if they were acting up, would it be a thing where you go?
No. The discipline. I discipline my kids, but the discipline I faced, I wouldn't give that discipline.
Okay.
It was serious.
See, these kids who are on the program, they're younger than us, right? And they
teens.
Did they snitch on their parents and that?
They had a whole documentary.
So cheeky.
Oh,
everything about that story is so cheeky.
I got to check that out.
I think they're early adult, maybe late teens to early adults. I'll find out the exact age, but we're not talking. Obviously, Sam gentlemen with children, so they're still younger than you, right? During a time where you was 5 or 6, this was actually quite a normal thing to hear from parents. It's even normal, even for you now. It's quite a normal thing to hear. But imagine just a generation above, even still, it'd be like that's just what happens if you're bad. But nowadays, I haven't got any kids. I can't imagine that if I have a child and then by 5, 6, 7, 8 years old, I'm looking going, this child is bad. During that time, I'm gonna go, you got to go somewhere else. It sounds hard.
You know what? Please give me anyway. I don't know if you guys have seen it. I don't know. Give us some context here. Is there a show of guys that are in and out of prison, and their parents have said, "No, we can't handle you anymore. You're going to Lagos."
The description says the description is regarding these two because of the schooling was not the best here.
So the schooling system couldn't handle these young people?
I don't know if it's a schooling system couldn't handle these young people. It's more that the schooling would have been better back to their native country.
I agree.
Yeah?
This
is Nigeria, this one we're talking.
Let me give you my take, right? I've got a cousin from here. I've got a lot of cousins here who are like straight A students.
Yeah.
And I put it down to how good their training is at home.
Okay.
Then I've got cousins in Ghana who are like, they will surpass me and the rest of my cousins and whatnot here in their education and what their education has done for them in making them intellectual, but then also in making them ready for the world.
Yeah.
By far. So for example, like me, I pray that when I get kids, I have the opportunity to send them to Ghana for 6 months at a time at XYZ to spend time with I've got like 50 cousins in Ghana, spend time with my family in Ghana and just learn the language and learn the culture as a standard.
Okay.
Because you don't get some of the benefits of home culture here because, for example, my mum came here so that she could live more of a British experience. Do you know what I mean? In her generation, it was like streets are paved with gold. That's why she's here. So sending back home, some of it was for punishment, but also some of it was like, it's a standard for you to have a certain level of respect for your elders. A standard.
That you can't get from here, you think?
That you won't get. Listen, you can't, not in a bad way. I'm not saying that I'm going to beat my kids. I haven't got kids. I don't know, right? But, I don't know. But when I was growing up, it was fine to beat your kids, right? It was my dad told my primary school teacher, if he plays up, beat him. That's what it was, right?
Yeah.
And she wasn't even black. She was a white woman from here, so she was awkward about it. But even she grew up in this time when it was fine to hit the kids in school. I didn't get it, but she could have, right? And right now, you'd be arrested for certain forms of discipline that were fine in the 90s.
Yeah.
Do you see what I'm saying? So even talking to your kids in a certain way, you can get sent down for certain stuff that you can just say to kids now.
And that'll make the kids unruly, boy.
Right, you can't discipline kids based on your cultural origins anymore here. Yeah. So it might just be a thing of, do you know what, not so much as a punishment, but just to put them on the type of straight and narrow that we understand. Needed, let me send them to where I know.
What was you going to say there, Miracle?
I don't know, I just feel like there's a saying which is like it takes an entire village to raise a child.
Yes.
That's it.
So it's like, for me, I don't necessarily see, like when I went to school, I grew up in Nigeria, I was there till maybe year 2. Like I remember, maybe not me directly, but kids in my class being hit. I don't necessarily see it as a bad thing because it's not like they're hitting you out of malice.
Yeah.
Because I think there's a difference between when you strike a kid out of malice and when you strike a kid out of correction.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not saying I promote either, but I feel like there is a distinction, and you have to be very careful to point out these two things, because it's not like it's not like African parents out here beating their kids because they enjoy it. They're not sadists. They're doing it out of correction. And I feel like if you grow up in that environment and you know that, like, okay, this is not, like, they're not trying to beat me up on that like that. This is out of love. You receive it in a different way because you know it's out of correction. So in your heart, you're not there thinking, oh, I'm actually getting battered at home. You're thinking, I messed up. I need to pattern up.
It's almost like putting a fear of messing up again, not a fear of necessarily the person that loves you that has to do this. It's more the fear of messing up again. See, this can go to a whole nother topic because beatings for as a punishment is something that everybody's very split on. I've seen where it's happened, and it's for reasons. I've seen where it's happened where it's been excessive, and that's where people go, all right, we need to find a line on it. And culturally, from my upbringing as well, back in my parents and their parents in the Caribbean, if you did something wrong, there'd be like a rearing or a stick or whatsoever that you would have
all sorts of instruments.
Exactly. Anything in arm's reach. So it'd be one of those things. And I think, and I understand from that angle where sending your child back to a place where the discipline is different from here. Because one thing I do say, I believe wholeheartedly that in the UK especially, if you don't raise your child, someone else will, and it's never going to be in the same way that you want your child to be raised.
Absolutely.
And also the power of authority over children is more so in the system than it is over the parents over their own children now. So if a child skips school or college and he's 18, the school have more authority to tell your child what to do if they're still signed to that college than you do as a child being an 18-year-old adult. And there's some things like that allow kids to then go, well, if I can make my own decisions, when actually the parent should be the one who goes, but hold on, I'm still your guardian, even if you feel like you're old enough to. So I do see it from both sides. I just know for me, I don't think I could send my, now.
Man, send them, bro. Send them.
Well, I think, do you know why for me as well? Because I never lived out in Jamaica myself. So to send them somewhere where I'm not familiar would make me
That's where it's
uncomfortable.
different. That's where it's different.
So I mean, if you spent time out there, you've spent time.
I've got family out there, so it's
Exactly.
different. It's not like I'm going somewhere unknown.
So, I mean, I've got family myself, but I've not spent time as in me spending months on end. Or, I mean, even just the whole, like you went, you said it was like a holiday that was for that, the whole kind of
6-month holiday.
6-month holiday. That is a long time. I've not spent no more than 2 weeks of time.
There's
out
not
there.
constant electricity there, you know. Like I went through it, bro.
You went through it.
I went through it.
I know.
So, I mean, I mentioned earlier on a guest of mine that came here about maybe a couple months ago. His name's Ira. Really funny guy, really cool guy, music artist, right? He said that he was born here, raised here, was going on a bad streak, got sent to Jamaica. One thing he appreciated being in Jamaica around his family and developed some friends out there before he came back here is forget the discipline and so on. It's been able to compare his life out there to his life here and all the privileges that he has here that he sees other people struggle not having. So he can sit there and look at those people and go, wow, you make life work with all the little things that you have, and I'm out in the UK acting up as if I'm not blessed with the life that I've got, comparing himself to when he got sent to Jamaica to the people that are around him. And that is what woke him up to say, why am I acting bad? Why am I acting up? When I go back home, I'm going to learn to appreciate things a bit better. So I guess that's another angle as well. What do you guys think on that are listening? 81333. That's a text number. Start your text if you're going to send one in with the word London, or you can tweet at BBC Radio London, all one word. DJ like an MC Neat. We did it. No, that's Creed. That's a different artist. This is The Scene, BBC Radio London. My name is Aurie Styla. You're probably listening in on your phone, on your radio, or maybe on your iPad. However you're listening in, I'm glad you're listening. We've got some great guests in the building. Amore, Addo, and also Miracle Nwaizu. How you doing, sir?
I'm good, thank you.
Nice. I've been dancing to that a bit outside, that's why I'm slightly out of breath. My bad. Next question I want to discuss with you guys, actually. This one's a bit more lighthearted than the last one. Where is it? Here it is. Now, this is funny. Now, I thought this was new. There was a story circulating, and I thought this was a real story, right? We did some research. It turns out that it wasn't. However, there are many stories like this that we did find that were very similar. There's a story circulating on the internet about a woman who mistakenly paid, wait for it, £15,000.
I heard this.
Finish it. Go on, £15,000.
No, wait. Let me just leave some suspense for a second.
Okay,
go on.
I heard this.
You actually heard this, right?
I heard this.
Okay.
My sister sent this to me. We were busting up for 2 straight days.
Could you imagine?
It can't be fake. Has to be real.
It's fake, bro.
Nah.
I wanted it to be real as well. £15,000 for wine while out on a Tinder date at the Shard, London. It turns out she misread the menu and thought it said £50, but it was £5,000 per bottle. She ordered 3. The tale went viral a week ago after a screen recording of it being told in a WhatsApp group. It was shared on Twitter as well. But as good as the story is, it turns out it never happened, right? But it did make us think about dating experiences, and especially when it comes to paying the bill, right? Let's look at you lot now.
Let's do it.
Good. I'm just looking at you lot. Have you ever been out on a date and shocked at the choices on the menu that your date has made? So let's say you're taking a lovely lady out on a date, you know, somewhere nice, Nando's, Burger King, wherever it is, yeah. You go somewhere, you know, upmarket, somewhere where they make the food in front of you, like Subway.
Look at my guy outside, man. My guy outside's looking at me like, that's you, my guy. Like, that's you, right?
I'm playing, I'm messing. Wherever you go, right? And your date decides to go, well, I'm not paying, so I might as well order the whole menu, a la carte, and everything.
I've definitely had one scenario like that where It was a Tinder thing.
Okay.
And the lady turned up not looking much like the picture as well. So already I'm not very happy. Not happy at all. It was a decent Chinese spot near Canary Wharf. And I'm just sat there, not happy. But I've ordered the basics thinking I'm going to go through the motions. I'm one of these guys that will pay anyway.
Yeah.
And before she finished ordering, she's ordered a bottle of wine, right?
Okay.
And maybe I'm old school. I just thought maybe that's a man's thing, or she should at least ask first. So
okay.
So it just, for me, it went a bit south after that, really.
Okay, cool. All right. What about you, Jay? What about you, Jay?
I don't know.
Stories?
No, I feel like, well, one, let me say this. I feel like I kind of learned how to date maybe only about 6 years ago.
Okay.
Before that, I honestly thought, like, why am I dating you? Like, I thought, why? Come, let's jam. Let's just go cinema. Or like, I don't think cinema was a date because it's cinema.
Can't really talk.
I'm not going to get to know you watching the film. But let's go, like, just hang out. Let's, like, it's funny. I was going to say, let me go around your yard. But it's like, it's not that kind of vibe. But I mean, just like, like the little chill, like, let me just meet up in the, just go for a walk by the canal or one of them ones, right? Because I'm from Harlesden. I never really thought it was a big thing to go and try and buy a girl dinner and splash out all the money on that. I wasn't making that kind of money anyway.
Yeah.
What do you know what I mean? I don't know you. Why am I investing in you yet, right?
Okay.
So I only kind of really found out about this stuff. And, like a couple of people saying, you should go to this spot, you should go to that spot.
Yeah.
But I'd get to these spots, I'd be like, I'm not going to pay all £9 for a shot. When if I was in Ghana, they wouldn't even count how they poured the shot.
Are you flying her to Ghana for that date? Let's not go in that direction
in conversation, bro. So I feel like when it did get to a point of me starting dating, I feel like I was dating girls who kind of had a good understanding of just how to connect with people.
Yeah.
So we'd be able to go somewhere nice to eat or drink or whatever. And it would be a thing of, here's my thing. If your intention is to go halves and it's just a date, right? If your intention is to go halves, I'm about to pay. If your intention is for me to pay, you're paying.
Good rules.
That's how. Do you know why? I'm
like
not going
that.
to be a gentleman if you're not going to be a lady.
Ooh.
Oi, lyrics.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm saying.
Okay,
Do you know what I'm saying?
Hold on, I need to look at my producers right now. I need a thumbs up or down on that one. Okay, because it's all men on the microphone, but my producers are wonderful ladies, and I just want to know if that's right. Okay, they gave us thumbs up for that one. What about you, Miracle?
I'm always paying, bro. I can't even lie.
Yeah?
I'm always paying. I'm paying too much sometimes. Oh my gosh.
Wow.
I'm from Hearts, man. I need to meet some down-to-earth girls, man.
Girls, more than one, yes?
I meant...
You see, when you're on with Aurie, you got to watch your words.
Trust me. Do you know what I do for a living? I pick up on stuff very quickly.
Yeah, no, I feel like I've paid stuff. And the thing is, I'm bad at planning dates. So, like, there'll be times where we'll be out and I'll be like, oh, let's just go there.
Yeah.
But there is out my budget. So I'll go. So we'll end up there and I'm then staring at the menu and it's like, I gotta carry myself. I'm a rapper now, B. So I gotta be whatever you want. I'm getting it. So I'm there looking at her like, behave yourself, but she's not getting the answer.
She's not realizing the signals.
I'm trying to pattern it now because when I was younger, I used to do it a lot. I used to just run up checks for no reason. I think one time I was just watching that. I was watching what she was ordering, and I was then making my decision of what she was doing. I was looking at her, like, okay, that's what you're doing. Right, so after I go with the salad. Or what you want to? Or you want juice too? Okay, so I'm not even that hungry now. It's garlic bread, huh? And one time I called my brother like, "Yeah, you gotta come drop me some money, cause I didn't even have enough." Like,
We've all been there.
it was tough. I was looking at her like, "You're violating me."
We did a show once, right? In I'm not gonna say the comedian, I'm not gonna say the club because they would link two and two together. We did a show one time, right? Bunch of us comedians are there. I was performing, a few others were performing, but others weren't. They were just chilling. This one that was here that was just chilling was in town for a few days or so on, right? Popular guy. Someone's hit him up in his messages going, "Hey, Wagwan, what are you saying? Can I come by to the show with you?" He's like, "You know what? Come true." He had no idea what he was in for. This gold digger came straight down to see him. He sees her at the club, offers her a drink, says, "Would you like a drink?" He goes, "Yeah, let's go to the bar." "What would you like?" "Oh, I'll have Prosecco." He's gone, "Oh, can we have a Prosecco, please?" And she's gone, "No. The bottle, please." The bottle. He's looked at her and said,
That's
"The
what I'm
bottle."
saying.
The bottle. Wait, slow down, innit? She went, "No, that's fine. The bottle. That's fine."
It, man.
And then she takes the bottle and literally walks back to the seat. While the bottle gets touched. Before my man's gone to tap it in, into the system, gone sat down. Later on, same thing happens again. We go to a little restaurant, little Chinese restaurant as well, actually, right? Gone to the restaurant, sat down in the restaurant. When I'm telling you, she's talking the most grease around all of us. Like, there's a few of us. If I show my comedy friends this talk of this video, they'll know exactly what I'm talking about. We're sitting around in a restaurant, all of us talking. Just chatting, having a nice conversation, yeah? She's talking about the money she has and the fact that men don't ever have to, when they see her, they have to know that they're paying for her time to be there. There's a word for that I'm not going to say. And she's there around the table, right, and saying, yeah, I want this food and that. And yeah, these people need to pay. He's thinking in his seat the whole time. He stayed quiet this whole time, thinking, I don't even want to talk to this person. I kid you not, at the end, when the bill came, he paid for his little bit, right? He all paid. And then he said, I'm going to the toilet. He left. He left. So she's sitting at the table looking at us. I'm like, you didn't DM me, bruv. You didn't slide in my DM, so you need to call my guy. That's bad, I know, man. Some rough stories. There's some guys too, let's be honest. Some guys too, I've seen. I'm some guys too.
I've eaten free. I can't lie.
Wow.
I've eaten free.
Tell that story.
We need to get that story off air because we coming. I just realized the time. We're coming near to the end of the show.
Oh no!
No, I know. I want to know that story as well.
Tune in next week because
Next week.
Hey, listen. Let me get everyone's socials real quick before we bounce out. Jay, starting with you.
I'm Jay Amore, JAIAMORE on everything.
Nice. And Sam.
I'm Sam Addo 7, the number 7 ADDO.
Nice.
Instagram.
Nice. What about you, Miracle?
It's Saint Nwaizu. That's Saint SAINT NWAIZU.
Nice. Thank you for being my guest today. You lot have been fantastic. It's been
been
a great show. My name's Aurie Styla. If you want to follow me, it's at AURIESTYLA. That all spells Aurie Styla. This is The Scene. I'll be back next week. Straight after me is the amazing Duncan Barks, who's about to jump in and take you on from 10 o'clock onwards. Thank you to my guests for coming down. I will be back next week, like I said. Tomorrow you got a different Cena, and that is going to be the amazing Clara Hermit. So tune in, same time, and we'll talk later. Safe. Take it easy. Look after yourself. And Mother Nature, remember our conversation. Sort that weather out. We need some more sun, at least until Carnival and after Carnival. Take care. Later.